Hi, my name is Timothy Barr, and in this video I'm going to be taking you through how I became a V8 indoor boulderer in less than a year. I'm going to be talking about my mentality, the physical training, and showing the boulders that I did that I still have on video over the last year. So here is my first time climbing. Maybe not my first route, but definitely into the session through the first day of me beginning my bouldering journey. This is a yellow tag at a summit location, so I'm thinking it's about V1, V2. So I would say for about that grade range, you just want to find some friends and climb. Like, there's nothing more beneficial than just climbing around that grade. Once you start moving to, I guess, V2 through 3, you should still be climbing with friends, but have a little more focus on your technique. Find your style that you like climbing, whether it be overhang, slab, and just focusing on strengthening your strengths. Once you hit grades V3 through V5, which I would say are the most average climbing plateau grades, I would focus on climbing with power through precision. And that's all climbing is. Climbing is power through precision, finding each body position and giving enough power to get to the next one. To do that, I would focus on climbing every grade range, not just your project level, but climb easier. Have fun climbing. And then focus on your mentality. Don't get upset with yourself when you're not doing your projects in one day. I would say we're at, in the video, orange tags, if I'm seeing that correctly. And that's about where we are right now, V5 through V6. You should be identifying your weaker styles at this point and climbing a 60-40 climbing routine, meaning climb 60% weaknesses and 40% in your strengths. I think Alex Puccio made a video about this recently, and it really has stuck with me because that's exactly my climbing style. I like pushing myself and not really just stepping into the grades that or the climbs that I am the best at. So starting in this clip, we have V7 range. This could be V6, V7, I feel like. But it very much suited my style for the time, which was very slabby and high feet and just uncomfortable positions. And honestly, when climbing into the next grade range, you're going to be climbing a lot of what's in your style. You're not really going to be bursting out of your style. But that's not to say that you shouldn't be climbing out of your style. Like I said before, hop on easier climbs and do the ones that are out of your style, even though they're going to feel harder than the hard climbs in your grade range. So here is when I started traveling to different gyms, and I think that is another big tip. If you have more than one gym in your area, try it, because all of your route setters are going to be different at every gym. Alright, so here we have another V7. I would say for the next tip on this V7, don't get discouraged by the lack of progress. It probably took me a whole month in between getting my first V7 and my second V7, and I probably climbed like 20 more routes, or I had 20 more sessions that I was trying hard and didn't get a V7. So don't think that just because you're not climbing V7s every time, you're not a V7 climber. I would say spend time working on routes. Like, not every route is going to go down in one day, but don't let that discourage you. Go back to that gym and hit that same route again. Make climbing fun. Honestly, there's no reason to take this too seriously. It's a hobby. We aren't making money off of this shit yet. So here I'm going to double down on the don't get discouraged by the lack of progress. You'll see me in the next couple of minutes sending multiple V7s before I even think about sending a V8. I would say something that really helped me improve faster is recording myself and having people around me record me. At first, it was something that was like very intimidating to go ask someone to record, so I wouldn't do it very often. But as I got more confident in my climbing, it became easier. And when I'm climbing alone, it became easiest whenever I just had a tripod I could set up or like set my phone up out of the way. Sometimes, obviously, there's routes that you can't do that. Say they traverse like the last one you saw. But more than likely, the people around you are going to be nice enough, and your bouldering gym is going to have enough nice people to where you can find someone to record you who won't be judging you for recording your climbs. All right, drum roll, please, because in this next clip, you're going to see the first V8 I ever sent. Yeah, underwhelming, right? Honestly, when you're breaking into new grade ranges, it may feel exciting, but don't be afraid to down climb or downgrade your climbs once you've done them, because I feel like that at most was a hard V7 or a very, very soft V8. I don't have the ego to say that I was climbing V8 off of that one, but I have gone now and sent multiple V8s within the first year that I may not have gotten on recording, or they're just in my shorts and didn't make it into this video. That being said, shameless little plug, you should go check out my shorts because I post all of my climbs there, and I post them before I ever delete them from my device, so they will never be a climb that I'm proud of that isn't up on my shorts. Now that we've gone over the mentality portion of the video, I would say the training I did to reach a V8 climbing level before my first year was just a lot of climbing. Obviously, there was a little bit of training in there. I did a lot of hangboarding within the last few months, strengthening my fingers. I got a hangboard for my room and I would hang and just like watch videos, so that was always cool. One thing I neglected when I was starting climbing and probably took a big toll on my climbing was push and pull days. I neglected doing push days because I thought, oh, why would this help my climbing? I'm just pulling up these routes. But when I realized that the body works as a chain, I started doing push days, and the pain throughout my body and the tendonitis just seemed to disappear, as well as stretching. I'm still guilty of this to this day. I do not stretch as much as I need to. I used to stretch before every session, and I thought that was going to make me feel amazing. And I mean, it probably made me feel a lot better, but since I was neglecting the push days, I was still in so much pain, and it made me feel like the stretching wasn't working, so I stopped. That being said, I need to get back into stretching because some of my most flexible climbs and some of my hardest climbs in the earlier days were only because I was stretching every single day before every session. In conclusion, I would say just have fun climbing and climb often if you want to be a good climber. Your progress may not be as fast as mine, but if you have goals, just work until you get there and then set new goals. And then I think this is the last climb of the video right here. I hope you enjoyed a recap of my first year and then hitting V8. I have all the way up until V9/10 on my reels. You should go check those out as soon as you're done watching this.